So there's not really a whole lot that bothers me per se. Pretty laid back guy, got pretty thick skin if you guys can't tell. And there is one thing that drives me nuts in this space, and that is when people try to instill fear in the markets, when they try to create FUD. And we know as ADA holders that we have dealt with a lot of FUD for a very long period of time. But right now, there are people who are trying to fudge you out of your positions in ADA. And this is a very dangerous game that some people are playing in. And I want to share this with you guys. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Experts warning that ADA could crash 20%. 20% is not a crash. Okay. First of all, we just did a 20, what was it, a 25% retracement just the other day, 24%. All right. These things are not uncommon in the crypto industry. We have dealt with this time and time again. And guess what? As it's not the first time ADA's done it, it's not the last time. Okay. We will have periods of significant retracement. For example, right now, even just this daily candle was an 11% retracement. Are we sitting here crying and complaining? No. These are normal things. But the problem is there are people who will try to think try to play some games and think they're smarter than the market. But this is the exact spot that you do not want to be doing this. Now, this isn't financial advice. People can do whatever they want. But the reason why this pisses me off is I see time and time again people making comments saying, "Yep, I fell for the FUD and I dumped my bag and I missed out on this big run." And this is why you shouldn't let people influence what you say. You shouldn't let me influence what you say. All I do here on the channel is just show you guys the data, show you the metrics. And the metrics right now are showing us that we're about to go on the biggest boom we've ever experienced in crypto. And what that means is if you play these games, there's a really big chance you're going to lose. So first of all, like I said, we've entered alt season. We're below that 200-day moving average. We're below that bull market support band for BTC dominance. And we're headed right. We're headed on that big BTC dominance crash, meaning that alts can make up some significant ground versus BTC. Assets like ADA and many others are going to see some of those high inflows from outside the space. And the question is always, when is that stuff going to start hitting in a big way? We've obviously seen a lot of the capital that's been in the space kind of redistribute to those US based tokens like ADA and XRP and XLM, Algo, HBAR, all these ones that we've talked about here a bunch. But the big thing is then, when do we see that boom of outside capital like we saw in March? When do we see that big boom of outside capital like we see at the height of bull market cycles? Well, what I have to show you is that we are seeing interest on the rise. Okay. Google web searches are increasing. Yes, we had obviously the peak of what we've seen over the last 30 days back on November 23rd as ADA was making some really big moves. But you guys can see after a couple days of lull, we've started to increase again. This is that post Thanksgiving push that we're starting to get into. And right now, ADA search volume or Cardano search volume is at a 56. So it's on the right side of 50, looking good. At the same time, we're seeing crypto search volume heavily on the rise. In fact, it's looking like it's going to be the highest it's been in the last 90 days here. So this is all a very strong sign for the market. We're getting a big optics boom, right? But then you don't know when those clicks are going to turn into buys. And it can happen, frankly, at any moment. We can see a big surge in price in ADA and many other assets throughout the space. But what I really want to point out is that although this looks really high right now, it's not. It's not even close to what we're going to experience. Okay. On this scale, we're back here. We're we're before even the initial boom, the initial surge of alt season. We're not even at the amount of search traffic that we were seeing at the height of the last bull market cycle, even in what was this year, May of 2022. We're not even at the high that we were in the early part of 2021. Okay. So, what that means is that we still have the biggest boom in crypto yet to hit, but yet we're at, basically an all time high in terms of the market cap of crypto. Institutional money starting to get in right now. Enterprises are just tapping in a big way. We are about to have crypto clarity. I mean, this thing can snowball very fast, and it's going to happen unexpectedly. 100%. You can't. There's no specific way to know the exact day that those clicks on the internet turn into buys, but it happens suddenly without notice. FOMO sets in. It compounds on top of itself. And then something like ADA can make this run like we've been talking about from, here to a new all-time high. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen today. I'm not saying this is going to happen tomorrow, but you just need to be aware of what's coming. Me personally, I'm not willing to gamble a potential 20% gain on my bag planning for a retracement on potential tens of X's. Hopefully that makes sense for people. Now, again, where I do get a little more, I don't want to say even crazy, but what I do tend to play with a little bit more is some of that leverage. Again, I have some smaller positions open, just a couple 10X's. You guys know that the shorter one I have is up 213%. The long one that I have, that's 2,300%. This is where I do maybe play a little bit more of those ebbs and flows in the market. Maybe I take out a short, right? Maybe I open up a long. But at the same time, I understand that there is risk that comes with that too. My big bags, I don't touch. Leverage, I'll play with a little bit more, especially as we get into some of these more volatile times in the market. And again, if you guys want to utilize leverage, there is a referral link for Margex in the description below. Feel free to check that out. So the big thing I have to say is this boom for crypto hasn't even started. And ADA right now is becoming one of the best performers in recent time here, and retail pays attention to that. Optics outside the space are focused on that very heavily. And where do we think they're going to pay attention to when they do start to enter the market? So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention too. Right now, even as ADA has consolidated, it's remained one of the top 20 assets in terms of what is it? In terms of trending coins. So that's a very exciting sign too. Not to not to jump back off track, but there's so many things I forget to talk about, but it's exciting. You guys should be excited. These retracements mean nothing on a big path to the upside. So have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.